I know there's a lot of Cowboys haters out there, but don't unsubscribe. Don't unsubscribe. This is America's team, baby. America's team. Oh, man. I hope I don't lose subscribers because I wore this shirt. It is what it is. What's going on, YouTube? It's your guy, Darren, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy, on the channel where we talk about fragrances as well as fashion. So if you love to look good and smell great, you found the right channel. Why don't you consider clicking the subscribe button and make sure you also hit that bell icon as well to get notified when I upload new content on the channel. You guys enjoying the shirt today? I'm dressed down today. It's a Sunday. Listen, I'm filming this on a Sunday, and listen, guys, I am a huge Cowboys fan, and I don't make no bones about it. I don't hide that. It is what it is. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like my team, but it is what it is, man. I'm a Cowboys fan, and I'm dressed down today. I'm relaxed. I'm home. I'm going to be getting ready for the game. But, you know, I said I want to give my guys a video. I want to talk about a fragrance that I have been mentioning on this channel for probably the past 6 months or so. I've mentioned this fragrance quite a bit because I think that it's just one of the best kept secrets in Frag. Honestly, if you ask me, if you're looking for a fragrance that is just pretty much everything we talk about, any top 10 list you look at, mass appealing, highly complimented, easy to wear, signature scent, yep, this fragrance pretty much fits all of those bills. So we're going to be talking about the latest release from the L'Homme line, YSL L'Homme, the Le Parfum fragrance that came out last year in 2020. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So if you guys want to hear my thoughts, and I hope you will because this is a good one, then you know the routine. Keep it locked right here. All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's go ahead and jump right into this video as we're going to be talking about L'Homme, YSL L'Homme Le Parfum. Now, I don't have the box. I have it somewhere, but I didn't feel like looking for the box, to be quite honest with you. I don't think you guys really care too much about the box anyway, but this is the fragrance. So again, this one was released in the year of 2020. Again, I talked about this fragrance a lot for great reason. Listen, and I just feel like this fragrance didn't get the attention that it deserved. I attribute it to, guess, 2020 was a weird year. Maybe not as many people, of course, were thinking about fragrances because that's when we were at the height of really trying to adjust to the pandemic that we had going on at that time. Well, it's still going on, but of course at that time in 2020 was very, very, very new. So maybe it can be attributed to that people didn't talk about this fragrance potentially. I don't know. But again, I've always said with YSL being such a popular designer fragrance line, and this fragrance, and with, for what it's worth, being such a great release, it was just kind of puzzling to me that nobody was talking about this fragrance, which was a little bit odd. Nevertheless, I picked up a bottle of this, I think it was maybe around November of last year. It was either November or December of last year. I picked up a bottle of this stuff, and listen, my experience with this fragrance has been nothing but positive. But want to keep it really simple, just so you guys can understand what this thing really smells like. If you take the original YSL L'Homme and you take a fragrance like Dylan Blue from Versace, and you combine those fragrances together, that is pretty much what this fragrance smells like. But to go in more detail, this fragrance opens up with a very bright blast of nice, vibrant, citrusy lemon note. A very bright, citrusy lemon note is what this fragrance opens up with, and it's combined with this very unique freshness. So it's very fresh, very citrusy when it opens up, and that lasts for about 5 minutes. Now, of course, again, the citrus is coming from the use of lemon in this fragrance, and that very freshness that you get in the opening is coming from this ozonic accord. Ozonic accord gives this almost fresh, airiness to a fragrance. almost like akin to the smell of a clean, kind of fresh ocean breeze, if you will. It's kind of one of those ozonic accord creates in a fragrance. So with this one, when you combine that with the lemon and also the geranium in the opening of this fragrance, because I pick up a lot of geranium, it's just very, very fresh, combined with the citrusy opening from the lemon. Now the cardamom that you do pick up some cardamom in this when it opens up as well, but the cardamom really not so much as a spicy, but it gives more of this sweetness to this fragrance when it opens up. So really love the way that this the nice accord that those actual notes create in the opening of this fragrance with the lemon and the cardamom and that ozonic accord that you get in this fragrance. Now as it starts to dry down after about that first 5 to 10 minutes or so, you start to get more of a herbal kind of greenness that comes into play with this fragrance. And again, that's because of the geranium. The geranium is very prominent note in this fragrance. So the geranium comes into play, and as well as basil. So it gets very herbal and green. Now to my nose, this fragrance still has this kind of sweetness in the background, and I akin that sweetness again to the same kind of sweetness that you would get with like Versace Dylan Blue, and that's why I use that fragrance as a reference. So again, you have the DNA of the original L'Homme, which by all accounts, pretty much anybody I've ever really talked to about the original L'Homme loved that fragrance. But the problem that most people had with L'Homme was the fact that it did not perform that well. Now, with that being said, this is not a great performer, but you do get improved performance in this one from the original L'Homme. That one lasts about 3-4 hours. I get about 6 hours of performance out of this one. As you guys know, if you've been following me for any amount of time, not a huge issue for me for a designer fragrance. I just either take the bottle with me or I take a decant at about the 6 hour mark, of course, when it really starts to kind of fade away. I just give 1 or 2 extra sprays to get through the day, and I'm not really mad about that. But again, not the best performer, but an increased performance if you compare this to the original L'Homme. Now, when the fragrance dries all the way down, you really get into more of this kind of warmness that comes in from amberwood. So it's a little bit warm, woody, and sweet as this fragrance dries down. Now, the vetiver, there's some vetiver in this as well, but I just kind of get this really, I don't even want to call it earthiness, more of a musky kind of vibe that I get when this fragrance starts to dry down. And it just really smells great. It's a really mass appealing fragrance that smells fantastic. Again, I've already talked about performance. I get about 6, maybe 6.5 hours of performance out of this. But guess what? This is a fragrance that can really be a signature scent. This thing can be worn year round. It's not restricted to a season. Definitely office safe. You can wear this on a date as well. Now, guys, I told you, I get tons of compliments with this fragrance. Tons of compliments. And that's not hard to believe when you really think about what it smells like. The original L'Homme and Dylan Blue, which are 2 other fragrances that really get a lot of attention, a lot of compliments. Mass appealing, easy to wear. Like I said, this is one that you can pretty much wear in any situation, and really you can get away with it because it's just that much of a mass appealing kind of scent DNA. So listen, I know that some people want things that are really complex sometimes, and something that's really brand new and innovative, but that's not this. But if you're just looking for a fragrance that smells amazing, that most people that you come into contact with is going to think smells amazing, going to get you some compliments, safe, easy to wear, and smells great, then guys, this is one that I highly recommend you take a look at. I did a video a few weeks back with Miss Bowtie, and we had several fragrances, mass appealing fragrances and some really big name fragrances that were included on that list, and this is the fragrance that came out victorious. This is the fragrance that she chose that smells the best. So again, proof is in the pudding. It's one that comes highly recommended from your boy, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. So if you're looking for a signature scent and you don't have one, hey, this could be your fragrance. But all right, guys, that's it. That's my time. I hope you enjoyed this review of the newest one from YSL, which is L'Homme Le Parfum. Again, it was released last year in 2020. As always, I appreciate you guys' time and attention to these videos because, of course, you could have been anywhere else in the world. But hey, you took a few moments to watch this video, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now, don't forget to take a few moments to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you share these videos out to some other folks that you think could use this information or find it entertaining, because I'm your guy, Darren, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good. Keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.